Happy Monday, November 15th, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone is well and that you had a nice weekend. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, bringing you the Antelope Valley real estate market update for the week of November 15th. Always glad to do this. Been doing it 6-7 months now. And as I like to point out, our Antelope Valley real estate market is definitely unique to itself, and that a lot of times our numbers and our statistics gets buried in the rest of LA County and state of California. I think it's important to have for local folks to have a resource to go through to see what's going on right here in our hometowns of Lancaster, Palmdale, and the surrounding area. I'd like to point out that our number statistics I pull from the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into slide number 1 and see what's going on in the real estate market this week. So here we go, slide number 1. You can see that kind of seasonally correct. Our listings are down a little bit, down 5.1% from last week. We typically do start to see some lag in inventory as we head into Thanksgiving and the balance of the holidays. You can see that that's down from 4 weeks ago, about 4.7%. We had been for the last 4 or 5 weeks bouncing a little bit above 700 active listings every Monday morning. So you can see that some of that seasonally adjusted influence on the market is starting to take shape. What's kind of interesting is that our pendings, those properties going into escrow, is up just a little under 2% from 864 last week to, as of this morning when I ran these numbers, 881 properties in escrow. And you'll see with the next slide that pace is actually staying up and doing pretty good. So we'll get into that in our next slide. But you can see that that number mirrors almost where we were 4 weeks ago when we were just under 900, so down just a little bit. Our overall are what I like to refer to as the churn, the combination of the active and pendings, is that we're down 1.3% from last week, basically because of the active listings being down a little bit, down about 3.2% from 4 weeks ago. So starting to see a little bit of that seasonal adjustment, but overall our market continues to be active and healthy, good supply of properties on the market for those potential buyers, and still tight competition for sellers. So let's jump into slide number 2 here, and here we go. And you can see that last week, there was 123 properties that came on the market. So that was up just 2.5% from the week prior, 11/1 through 11/7. But yet, what's interesting, once again, look at the properties last week. 145 properties went into escrow, 14 more than the week prior. So we're definitely not seeing, we may be seeing as we head into the holidays, a little bit of a slowdown in the number of properties coming on the market, but definitely seeing the buyers are active. Something comes on the market, good condition, priced attractively, definitely seeing the buyer activity. A little bit of a interesting number as our cumulative number of days, median number of days on the market continues to increase a little bit. First time that I can remember in a long time that we crested a median number of days on the market over 20. And what we are seeing is we're seeing some sellers that are testing the market with a certain price. And then after a period of time, 30, 45 days, they're like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to miss this market, so I'm going to take a price reduction. And then with that price reduction, those properties are going into escrow. So that's why, in my opinion, at least, we're starting to see that cumulative median number of days on the market extend out a little bit. Last week was definitely a good week for the number of closings out of our MLS system. 107, up 10 from the week prior, 10.3%. And just a little bit of an increase in the median sales price over the last 7 days. Once again, that's been bouncing around between the 4.25 to 450. I think one point in time we hit about 460 as our median sales price, but definitely week after week, pretty consistent in that mid $400,000 price range. You can see that the median sales price just a tick above what the median list price was. Last week, both of those numbers were at 425. So we're definitely starting to see definitely a closure week after week in that gap between median sales price and median list price. I would have to conclude and summarize by occasionally we're still seeing multiple offers on properties. Not a lot. I would probably say maybe a quarter to a third of the time. Definitely not seeing a lot of the crazy $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 over list price. Starting to see good negotiations take place between buyers and sellers. So overall, what does that conclude with? That our Antelope Valley real estate market is still, as we head into the mid and latter part of November, still very, very healthy. Still a good time to get your house on the market. You're not going to be on the market long if it's priced properly and in good condition. And for buyers, still a great time to get out there and look. You've got a increased supply of homes that continually are coming on the market. Yeah, they're going into escrow if like I said, they're priced right and in good condition right away. But still a good time to either be a buyer or a seller. So with that, we are going to call it a wrap for this week's real estate market update. I always like to point out any other questions that myself or any of our trusted professionals here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Trot Realtors could assist you with. Please feel free to reach out to us as we get ready to head into 2022, which will be our 65th year as a company of serving the residents of the Antelope Valley. So with that, I will be signing off. Make it a great week and look forward to seeing you next Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.